One, go. Yes, wonderful. So next slide. What we'll be doing today, as usual, I'm going to tell you what we'll be doing today. So first is understand, learn, and derive the following. Okay. So what we're going to do is derive the following. So what is the following? Isosceles triangle theorem. Second is converse of isosceles triangle theorem. And the third one is property of the 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay. So folks, does anyone of you know what isosceles triangle is? Sirf, what is isosceles triangle?
Yes,
Raise your
bhaiya.
hand. Raise your hand. Please. Raise your hand. Yeah. So Aditya has raised his hand, so I'm going to request Aditya, you go ahead. And next time, people, please raise your hand so that I can ask
Yes.
you all. Great. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Aditya.
isosceles triangle is where two sides, like there are three sides of triangle and two sides of triangle are equal.
Absolutely, Aditya. Prathamesh also raised his hand. Prathamesh, you want to add something? All right, no problem. So, folks, as Aditya said, if I have a triangle ABC over here, okay, so what is isosceles triangle is nothing but any triangle which has two sides equal. So, over here, AB will be equal to BC. That is nothing but the isosceles triangle. Okay. So, what is the isosceles triangle and isosceles? The converse of isosceles triangle theorem is nothing but it's very easy. You'll understand. But we are going to be deriving it, people. Okay. We are going to be deriving. What is derivation? Nothing but why. Why is the property true? Okay. So, just giving a proof. If you become a lawyer in the future, if you go in the court, you have to give evidence. You have to give proof. And after only once you give proof, the judge is going to say, yeah, you're right. So the case will be for you, not against you. Okay. Same thing over here. Derivation is nothing but you as a mathematician giving proof as to why whatever you're saying is true. Okay. That is nothing but the derivation. So we are going to have three derivations today. Very interesting. And this third property is actually really this is one of my favorite properties, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Great. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll start with the isosceles triangle theorem right now. So I'm going to request someone just raise your hand, come off mute, and read whatever written on the screen. Okay, the first
bhaiya.
sentence. Yeah, go ahead.
If two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. This is the isosceles triangle theorem.
Thank you so much, Kiran. Also, Kiran, next time you want to answer, please raise your hand. Okay, so I can understand who all is. Thank you so much.
No, bhaiya,
Great.
it takes lots of time and someone else gets a chance.
Don't worry, I'll just wait for 10 more seconds. Okay, so everybody
Okay.
gets a chance to raise their hand. Okay, no
Yeah,
problem. Okay, let's go ahead. Isosceles triangle, as Kiran said, if two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. What does it mean, Abhi? Nothing but, see, let's assume this is an isosceles triangle because it's not a perfect isosceles because I'm drawing it on my on the screen, but just assume it, okay, people. So let's say this is triangle ABC as usual. So what does it say? If two sides, so let's say these two sides of a triangle are congruent. So AB is equal to BC. Okay, AB, just a minute, AB is equal to BC. Okay, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. So what are the angles opposite? So look at this side. Okay, look at this side. उसके opposite कौन सा angle है? This one, angle ACB. Okay, so that, and look at this side. Look at side AC. उसके opposite कौन सा angle है? Angle ABC. So whichever angles which are opposite to the sides which are congruent are going to be congruent. So this is our property. So what basically it means is angle ABC will be equal to angle ACB. This is nothing but the isosceles triangle theorem. इतना ही है और कुछ नहीं. Okay, great. So Kiran, you are raising your hand. You want to share something?
Yes, bhaiya. I sorry to interrupt you, but A B is equal to BC. How can be that? Means I think AB is equal to AC, na?
Yes.
Because they both are sides are equal, na?
Yes, yes.
Bhaiya, but you said any two sides, any two sides can be equal. So that's why I think you must have said AB or BC.
Yeah, exactly. Are people, this is just an example I'm giving you. Okay. What I want to do is I'm going to prove this. Now somebody, okay, what happens in mathematics, people, I'll tell you, koi idea nahi ho to. Somebody comes along and states something, okay, says something like I come along and I say ki I know the isosceles triangle theorem, and I say the theorem. What is the theorem? If two sides of a triangle are congruent, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. Now some other mathematician comes along and says, wait a minute, why are you saying this? Give me a proof. Like, why should I believe you, right? So the next thing what as a mathematician you have to do is you have to prove it. And that proof is nothing but the derivation. And as Kiran, basically ABC is nothing but an angle, like an example I took. You can take any example. Okay. So basically if any two sides, so in this triangle, look, AB and AC can also be similar. Okay. Let's say for example, another triangle, same triangle, not another triangle, let's say ABC. And if two sides, so let's say AB and AC are equal. Okay. So the triangle theorem says that angles opposite to them. So AB ke opposite, what is it? This angle. And BC opposite is
ACB.
exactly. So this is going to happen. Okay. So any two sides which are equal, uske opposite, angles opposite to them, which is very important. Okay. So this is nothing but the isosceles triangle theorem. So now I'm going to derive it. Folks, I request you all to take a notebook and a pen and write it along with me. Okay. So that you don't forget. Great. So I'm going to go ahead now. So this is an official diagram from your textbook. Okay. A, B, C, and D. So this is nothing but a construction we are going to be doing. So don't worry about it. So in this diagram, what it says is side AB is equal to side AC. So why do I say it? Because diagram mein dikh raha hai. I can see it in my diagram. What I have to prove is that these two angles are equal. So this is given. Okay, this is given. And this I have to prove. Okay. So this is what I have to prove. So ABC mein, so angle ABC has to be equal to angle ACB. This is I have to prove. And once I prove it mathematically, I can tell all other mathematicians that look bro, I have proven it mathematically and it is correct. So the other people will also say yes, it is correct. Okay. So this is why we have derivations. Good. So what will be the first step now? People, we are writing the geometry ka proof. What is the first step? Anybody? Raise your hand.
Write the given. Sorry.
Yeah, write the given. Okay. Next time raise your hand, please. Yeah. So given. Oh, I'm just gonna clear the annotation quickly. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. So given. So what is the given in triangle ABC? This is triangle ABC. Side AB is congruent to side AC. So this is what we have. Okay. So now what is the next step? I have written the given. So the next step will be, obviously, to write the proof, like to prove. I have to write to prove. Okay. I have to prove angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB. So angle ABC is congruent to angle ACB. This is what I have to prove. Okay. And now the third step. So before I continue with the proof, people, there is a small construction that I have to make. Okay. So the construction will be that nothing but you have to draw one bisector AD. Okay. In angle BAC, you have to draw a bisector like this. Okay. So this is nothing but a small construction. Essay draw karna hai. A bisector. So when I say a bisector, these two angles will be equal. Obviously, okay. Angle bisector theorem, always remember. Great. So now I have done this. So now I'll start my proof. So basically my proof is in triangle ABD and triangle ACD. So where are triangle ABD and ACD is? Here. This is triangle ABD and ACD. Also people focus on the names. Many of you have made this mistake in geometry. Whenever you are using SAS, ASA or SSS test to prove something, always keep it in mind that the naming of the triangles has to be very important. So for example, if I say triangle ABD, I shouldn't say angle triangle CAD, okay? If I say triangle ABD, then look, A is common to A, so I'll write A here. B is here, so C will be here, and D last hai, so ACD. Understand? Naming is very important because if you make a mistake in naming, these segments, they get messed up. And 2-3 of you have made this mistake that you have forgotten to name it properly, and because of that, your marks have gone. Okay? Aditya, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
Bhaiya, I have a question that what is the right form to write an angle name like ABD or DBA? वैसे.
Acha, Aditya, you can write it anyhow you want. Okay, so let's example. If I say triangle DBA, okay. So the next triangle I'm going to prove, okay, next triangle I'm going to say is, what will it be now? You tell me. DBA bola hai maine. DBA. So what will it be? See the common point. So first is D. So D is common. So I'll write D over here. Next is
DC.
B. DCA, exactly. So B ke opposite C, so A. So see, basically the way you name the first angle, you have to name triangle, then the same way you have to name the second triangle. So if I start naming the first triangle like this, so you have to name the second triangle also like this. मतलब इस फॉर्म में जाना है, ACD, ABD, don't go like this. Okay.
So bhaiya, like opposite to it.
Opposite in the sense, basically whatever method I'm using to name this now,
Yeah,
use the
got
same logic over here. That is the basic part. Okay, so that you don't make mistake. Great. So now people, the second step is segment AB is congruent to segment AC. Why? Because it is given. Also people, one more thing I observed in your answers is that you are forgetting to give this reason. Reason is very important. Geometry proof, you write first is statement, which is what you write on the left side, and the reason. This is the statement and the reason. Two things are extremely important. If the reason is not there, think that your marks are gone. Okay. So always remember these two things are important. So I've written given over here. So the next step will be now angle BAD is congruent to angle CAD. So where is angle BAD? Angle BAD is congruent to angle CAD. Why? Construction. So if okay, the answer is construction, but can anyone tell me what is the theorem I have used? Construction to मैंने किया है construct, but which theorem I have used over here? To bisect it. So that's the hint. I have used the ABT theorem, angle bisector theorem, ABT. Okay, that's why when I say construction, it is clear. Because next time if you draw something, and if I draw a line like this, okay. So these two angles will not be equal. So whenever you are constructing something, you have to always specify how you are constructing it. So actually there should be a step over here like construction, and construction will be draw a bisector. Wait a minute, I'll write it for you in text. So construction. So first is given to prove, third will be construction. So construction mein there will be draw an angle bisector for angle BAC. Okay, BAC. So this you have to write the construction. Okay, very important. All right, somebody is joining. Okay, great. All right. So this is the second step now. Third step, not second step. So we'll go ahead now. Is segment AD is congruent to segment AD. Why? Because common. You can see it in the diagram. So now people, I have all three conditions. So are my triangles congruent or not? These two triangles. And which test am I using now? Can anyone tell me? Raise your hand, raise your hand. Don't say. I have to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Piyusha, go ahead.
But yeah, I think that now we will use SAS test.
Absolutely, Piyusha. Wonderful. Correct. So people, I'm going to use the SAS test to prove that triangle ABD and triangle ACD are congruent using SAS test. Okay. So now use the SAS test. So now how do I prove it? Now next step will be pretty easy. Once I've used SAS test, I can say that angle ABD is congruent to angle ACD. And why is it there? Why is it so? Why can I say I have proved that these two triangles are congruent. I have proved that they are congruent. So the next step I'm going to write is angle ABD is congruent to angle AB. Sorry, this is ABD should be ACD, not ABD. Triangle ACD. And why is it so? Can anyone tell me? I've already proven. I taught you something known as CACT. Can anyone does anybody remember what is CACT stand for? Okay, nobody remembers. Okay, people, very important. It is said to be corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Okay, so CACT means corresponding angles of congruent triangles. So basically, people, once you have proven that two triangles are congruent, then all the remaining sides and angles will also be congruent. Okay, always remember this. I actually took this in the last class, so yeah, you have to remember this. Okay, people. So now officially, I'm gonna write it over here. Sorry. So, okay, I used, okay, sorry. I've used a different method over here, people, to prove. But actually, you can use what I just told you. So, ABC, ACB. Actually, use the CACT, people. It will be easier. Don't use this. Iska alag explanation, okay? So, use CACT. So, this step, I'm going to write angle ABD is congruent to AB. It's congruent to angle ACB using CACT. एक step में हो जाता है. You will need 2 steps over here, okay? And this is your textbook method. The CACT method I am telling you myself, okay? So use this one because it is shorter. You can also use the common angle one, but it is बहुत बड़ा. So this is your textbook method. This is my method. So use CACT, okay? Great. So this is how we proven. So basically, people, we started with 2 sides of a triangle are congruent, and we have ultimately proven that these 2 angles are congruent, okay? So we started with the sides being congruent and we ended up with the angles being congruent, okay? So this is how we have proven the first theorem, which is isosceles triangle theorem, okay? And there's a little corollary at the end of the PPT, like matlab bottom mein. It says that if 3 sides of a triangle are congruent, there is 3 angles are also congruent, okay? So now why is this so? Like if you, okay, so this is actually, I'm going to give you homework, and it is actually in your independent assessment today. So if you don't copy this right now, it's okay. If you want to copy it, it's okay. I'm going to ask you to prove this using congruency of triangles, okay? And also you can always, people, remember, whenever you are doing geometry, it's not only the, if you're doing the triangles wala chapter 3, that doesn't mean that I have to use only the theorems I learned in chapter 3. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, कौन से भी theorem use करके you can prove it, okay? So this is the first theorem. I'm going to request someone to quickly take a screenshot of this so that I can go ahead and type yes in the chat box, okay? And folks, also remember to read up about CACT and CSCT. This is going to make your life very easier for the next 10 years, okay? If you are taking mathematics, CACT or CSST, corresponding sides of congruent triangles and corresponding angles of congruent triangles, okay? Always remember this. Great. So I can see 3-4 yeses in the chat box. Thank you so much, people. I'm going to go ahead now to the next theorem. So people, now this is isosceles triangle theorem, okay? So now if I say converse of isosceles triangle theorem, converse. So converse means opposite, okay? So what do I mean? Like, can anyone just think about it and tell me, if I say converse of isosceles triangle theorem, what will be the statement be like? Radha, you're raising your hand. Wonderful. Go ahead.
Bhaiya, if the angles are congruent, then 2 sides of triangle are congruent, like something like this.
Absolutely, Radha. Not something, you are absolutely correct. So yes, bang on. So people, isosceles mein, if 2 sides are equal, then the angles opposite to them are congruent. And converse of isosceles triangle mein, if 2 angles are congruent, then the sides opposite to them are congruent, okay? Exactly opposite karo. So इधर से side हटाओ, angle डालो, इधर से angle हटाओ, side डालो. So this is nothing but the converse of isosceles triangle theorem. So I'm going to go ahead now for the converse of isosceles. So Radha, can you just read the statement over here?
Yes, Bhaiya. Converse of isosceles triangle theorem. If 2 angles of a triangle are congruent, then the sides opposite to them are congruent.
Thank you so much, Radha. So, okay, wait a minute. In the chat, Suraj, I guess you're saying you're confused. Suraj, what are you confused about? Can you come off mute and tell me?
ये टॉपिक पे कन्वर्स ऑफ आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल थ्योरम ये जरा कंफ्यूज हो रहा है.
All right, so people, देखो, see, only in isosceles, okay, don't forget about converse. In isosceles triangle, we said that if 2 sides of a triangle are congruent and the angles opposite to them are congruent, okay? This is what we said in isosceles. Converse में exactly opposite करो, sides हटाओ and angles डालो. So if 2 angles of a triangle are congruent, then the sides opposite to them are congruent. Suraj, this is just ulta karo. Converse means nothing but opposite, okay? Great. So if you have understood, give me a yes in the chat box so I can go ahead. All right. Great. So people, now we'll do the converse of isosceles. I have 2 angles I know are congruent. I have to prove that the sides opposite to them are also congruent. Okay. So this is what I have to prove now. Great. So now this is as usual. I'm going to give the figure because geometry figure is very important. So now we have triangle PQR. First we have triangle ABC. So now we have triangle PQR. Okay. So first step is obviously going to be what? Given. Now focus over here, people. In this given, side is not equal, angle is equal. Okay. Sorry, congruent. Angle PQR and angle PRQ are congruent. This is given to us, this information. This information is given. And this I have to prove. Okay. Always break down the statement into smaller parts. In any exam, in any question, if you have in life, break it down into smaller parts and then read, then you'll understand it. Okay. So great, we have the angles are congruent. Now what I have to do is I have to prove that the sides are congruent. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. Exactly ulta of what we did in isosceles triangle theorem. So I'm going to go ahead now. Next is obviously to prove what we have to prove. Side PQ is congruent to side PR. This is what we have to prove. And construction. So now the third thing will be to construct. So draw the bisector of angle P intersecting the side QR at point M. So again, break it down into smaller parts. What does it say is that nothing but draw the bisector of angle P. So first, let's say I draw a triangle over here like this. I name it PQR, exactly upar wala triangle. I'm just copying the figure. We have that PQR is congruent to PRQ. Okay. What I'm going to do is draw the bisector of angle P. So this is angle P. And now I'm going to take, wait a minute, I'm going to take this and bisect it perfectly like this. Intersecting the side QR. So apna side QR is this at point M. So I'm going to name this point M. So folks, as this is an angle bisector, so can anyone tell me will angle QPM and angle RPM will be congruent or not? It is a bisector.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Yes.
Exactly. So it is a bisector, so obviously it will be congruent. Okay. So now with this information, I'm going to go and start my proof. All right. So proof. In triangle PQM and triangle PRM. Folks, focus over here. The naming of the triangle has to be perfect. So PQM, if I write PQM. So the next triangle will be PRM. It will not be MRP. It will not be PMR. Okay. It will be PRM. Why? Because P is common. So PQ. So you go like this. Like if you go PQM like this, you name it in this format. The other triangle also PRM. You name it in this format. You don't go ulta. I say ulta nahi jana hai. Okay. If you have understood this, like give me a yes, because this is very important. You are making mistakes. Great. So PRM. I'm going to name it PRM. Okay. So now just let me erase this over here. And so proof, we'll start the proof now. First step is to prove whether these triangles are congruent or not. And once we have proven they are congruent, then I can easily use CSCT, corresponding sides of congruent triangles, to say PQ is congruent to PR. Okay. So the next step will be angle PQM is congruent to angle PRM, which is given. Again, statement and reason. Next step, angle QPM. Where is angle QPM? Angle QPM is this. Wait a minute, let me start annotating. Yeah. Angle QPM is congruent to angle RPM. So RPM is this. Why? Because angle bisector theorem. We have constructed it at this point. Okay. So this is the next step. So now I have two angles which are congruent. Now I need one side which is congruent. So what will be that side? Which will be that side which is congruent now? Suraj, go ahead.
PQ or PR?
All right. Suraj, how will PQ and PR be congruent now? We have to prove that they are congruent. There is one more side which is congruent. Actually, there are two more sides actually which are congruent in this.
PQ like PM.
Exactly, PM. And why is it congruent? What is the reason?
Because it is common. वो बाइसेक्टर है ना, वो हाफ में डिवाइड कर रहा
Exactly. So segment PM is congruent to segment PM, which is the common side. Where is segment PM? It is over here. Just a minute. This is segment PM. Okay. So obviously now I have these triangles are congruent using which test? Quickly in the chat box put in which test it is, like by which test it is congruent. Congruent using SAS test, obviously people, it's on the screen. So triangle PQM is congruent to triangle PRM. So I've proven this, that two triangles are congruent. Now the last step, only one step is remaining in my derivation. Abhi textbook ka dekhte hain, what textbook is saying. So I'm gonna quickly, yeah, okay. So let's say, yeah. So this is my derivation. Okay, good. Segment PQ is congruent to segment PR, people. Segment PQ is now congruent to PR. Why is it so? Because we have proven that these two triangles are congruent. So once two triangles are congruent, all their angles and sides will automatically be congruent. Okay. Using CSCT. What is CSCT? Corresponding sides of congruent triangles. Okay. So we have proven this. And we come to the last point now. So folks, if you have understood this converse of isosceles, give me a yes in the chat box so that I can look at सबको समझ आया. Great. So now people, there is a corollary, one more corollary, sorry, it is a tongue twister. At the bottom of the screen, I'm going to request someone to read it for me. Wait a minute. Gauri, if you are there, can you just read the corollary for me? At the bottom of the screen. Okay, Gauri is not, either the internet connection is not working or she's not paying attention. Anyway, Isha, go ahead.
Bhaiya, can I?
Okay, cool. Viraj, go ahead.
If three angles of a triangle are congruent, then its three sides also are congruent.
Thank you so much, Viraj. So yes. So the corollary is exactly opposite. First corollary we saw. Oh God. Okay. So if three angles of a triangle are congruent, then its three sides are also congruent. This is the corollary we are using. Okay. Now I'm not going to prove it for you. You have to prove it. Hint is that use the congruency of triangle. Draw a diagram. First, draw a diagram. Text notebook mein and do it. But not now. Rutu, please. Thanks. So Rutu, can you just quickly take a screenshot of this and post it on the group? Only Rutu will do it and put a yes in the chat box. Okay. Kimaya is saying Isha is traveling. Okay, no problem. Kimaya. No problem, Isha also. Okay. Great. Rutu, have you, put the screenshot in the group? Give me a yes so that I know. Okay, acha dal diya. I'm going to wait for 5 seconds and I'm going to move ahead. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. That was a very impatient 5 seconds, but anyway. So I'm going to go ahead, folks. Now, before we go ahead, acha, abhi, for today, only the last property is remaining, 30, 60, 90 degrees triangle. And it's very easy. Before I go there, I'm going to tell you something awesome, okay? So now this 30, 60, 90 triangle theorem, it's very amazing. Why is it amazing is that if you look at it properly, you will think, acha, Bhagwan ne hi banaya. It's like God has made it. Why, I'm going to tell you later on. But first of all, this is a very great person who has said this. An equation for me has no meaning unless it expresses the thought of God. Does anyone know who this person is? You might have heard about him because he's very famous.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Just a minute. Aditya, you raised your hand. And people, please raise your hand. Aditya, go ahead.
Bhaiya, it's Ramanujan.
Absolutely. So I hope like some of you know who Srinivas Ramanujan is. One of the
मुझे पता है.
and thank you, Suraj. So one of the brightest and smartest mathematicians to ever live. Okay. And his story is, I'm just going to tell you 1 minute short. He was very poor and he was in Tamil Nadu and yeah, you had a chapter on him. That's wonderful. Yeah. So he was from Tamil Nadu, and he was 23 years old when he used to do mathematics just for fun, okay, and he used to create formulas just for fun. Like उसके मन में आ जाता था वो लिख देता था, and that's a very big thing. And these formulas which he wrote, okay, they were like some of them were already proven, and some of them were new. And keep it in mind that he had no formal education. तो उसको पता ही नहीं था. All of these things used to come in his mind automatically, okay. So just imagine you are a person, you are a mathematician, you are a person, and you have formulas coming in your mind in your dreams. और आप लिख देते हो, and they're all right. They're right. So that is the best part. So he's supposed to be one of the best mathematicians to ever live. And yeah, he said that it is gifted by God. So this quote, an equation for me has no meaning unless it expresses the thought of God. So this, he's the one who has said it, and he's actually my inspiration, and I just wanted to share it with you because amazing person. If you think about it, it's impossible that he knew what he knows. Okay, it's impossible. Like I have to teach you, and somebody had to teach me what is an isosceles triangle, right? But this guy, without any training, knew what all of this was. Like it used to come to his brain. I don't know how. Magic, I don't know. So Srinivas Ramanujan, okay. So now why am I telling you about this? Like, bhaiya, ye kyun bol rahe ho? So what is the reason behind this? So there's an important reason what I'm going to tell you. But first, folks, now this is a movie, The Man Who Knew Infinity. It is based on him. Ramanujan ke life pe hai. It came like 3-4 years ago. Amazing movie. And I, being your teacher, I'm suggesting you to go and watch this movie, okay? Amazing movie. आप बहुत inspire हो जाओगे. It's true story. Of course, some things are exaggerated because it's a movie, but the story remains true. And Dev Patel is in them, and yeah, it is like Hollywood made a film on him. Like seriously, it's a very bad condition in India that our own heroes we don't celebrate. Somebody else has to celebrate them. But yeah, Adi, I watched this movie, and I request all of you, if you want, I will also share the link with you. If you are free, not now, after the exam के बाद देखो. Or you'll say भैया ने बताया इसलिए देख लिया. Exam के बाद, go and watch this movie. Amazing movie, okay? And you'll understand how great this person was. Now, why I'm telling you this is that this person, he came from nothing, okay? And he became one of the greatest mathematicians ever. The reasoning is that even you can become that, okay? All of us have something unique to give to the world, and not necessarily mathematics, engineering, science, कुछ भी हो सकता है, poetry, art, talking, stand-up comedy, helping other people, creating an NGO, teaching people. It can be anything, but you can also become great. This guy came from nothing, and he's a legend now. So that's what I want to tell you. And this is like a lecture ke beech mein, because this is very important for you to know. And mathematics is nothing but describing nature in terms of numbers and letters. So folks, whenever you're doing mathematics, okay, ऐसे मत सोचो कि sum solve करना है. There's a wrong way of thinking. Always think that, okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, let's say that I have this cup. I was drinking tea right now. So I have this cup. Some thought comes into my mind, like how much milk can this cup hold? How much tea can this cup hold? How will you answer that question? So what mathematicians do is nothing but they take assumptions. They take the height of this. They take the breadth of this. Okay. And then they calculate. Like mentally, they solve equations and they come to a realization कि अच्छा है कि volume they calculate. So this is nothing but a small example of mathematics in real life. Mathematics is nothing but I describe nature in terms of numbers and letters. So whenever if you're afraid of mathematics or solving maths, remember folks that you are doing this only to realize कि life में क्या है. So if you like, I'm an engineer, so I'll tell you कि अभी mathematics will be very boring. You will say कि भैया क्या solve कर रहा हूँ मैं. But remember folks that these are the basic things you have to know. When you go into engineering, you will understand कि real life applications क्या है. मतलब once you go in your colleges, and you will understand कि why mathematics is important. It's all around you. Like this laptop I'm using uses differential equations and integration. Okay, calculus basically. Now this phone we use, okay, same thing. Basically it is magic. It's nothing else. But humans made this. God didn't make this. Okay, so that's my point. Don't be afraid of mathematics. Slowly and steadily, I'm going to teach you how to think mathematically. It's very important. Like you think creatively, right? Same thing. And the last thing is this very dangerous looking equation. Don't be afraid of this. Now, last thing I'm going to like बहुत bore हो रहा है. But anyway, last thing I'm going to tell. Now this guy, what he did was in his dream, or I don't know, whatever, he wrote a formula, okay? The sum of all natural numbers. So if I say 1 plus 2 plus 3, ऐसे करते गया मैं, okay, till infinity, what will be my total be?
Bhaiya,
Okay.
can I tell?
Okay, Adi, go
I
ahead.
know this.
Yeah.
Yes, Bhaiya. He told that sum of all positive integers will be equal to minus 1 upon 12.
Exactly. So, folks, just remember, okay, all of these numbers, they're positive, okay, they're positive, but their sum comes to minus 1 by 12. How is it that possible? It should be infinity, right? Because infinite जा रहा है. But it is minus 1 by 12. And this is proven. This is nothing like, and this is something that he thought about it. And Suraj, it is not Jadoo. It looks like Jadoo, but it is mathematically, you can prove it. There is a video about this by Number of Phil on YouTube. If you're interested, I'll share it after the video. But yeah, sum of all positive numbers is minus 1 by 12. How he did it is like, it's amazing. And that how you'll understand by like watching that video is that how mathematics is interesting, okay? And in mathematical term, it is written like this. So don't worry about this. ये किधर आने वाला नहीं exam है. But this is how you write it. Okay. So yeah, this is a little short inspirational. I thought, you know, some information from my side to you. So we'll continue and we'll like end with the last theorem for today. Property of 306090. Okay. Great. I'm again going to stop my video. So we go ahead. Property of 306090. I'm going to request someone who is not speaking. Okay, Neeraj, if you're there, can you please, you know, read this theorem for us?
Okay. Property of 306090 triangle. If the acute angle of a right angle triangle have measured 30 degree and 60 degree, then the length of the side opposite to 30 degree angle is half the length of the hypotenuse.
Thank you so much, Neeraj. So basically, people, what it says is, Abhi, break it down into smaller parts. If the acute angles of a right angle triangle, so let's say we'll draw a right angle triangle. So this is just a basic right angle because Abhi, I'm drawing on screen. So this is the right angle. Let's say ABC again. ABC. Okay. So if the acute angles of right angle triangle are measures 30 degrees and 60 degrees, then the length opposite to the side of 30 degrees is half the length of hypotenuse. So let's say this is 30 degrees. Okay, so this angle is 30 degrees and this angle is 60 degrees. Okay, so what it says is side opposite to 30. The side opposite to 30 कौन सा हुआ? This one. This is the side opposite to 30. Okay. So it will be half of hypotenuse. So AC के half होगा वो. So basically BC will be half of AC because it is opposite to 30 degrees. Okay. So this is nothing but the property of 30-60-90 triangle. So the side opposite to 30 degrees in a right angle triangle, folks, always remember, this is only applicable for a right angle triangle. Normal triangles के लिए applicable नहीं है. The side opposite to 30 degrees is BC is equal to half AC if the angles are 30, 60 and 90. Okay. If this is the case, if these are the angles, then 30 के opposite वाला will be half of hypotenuse. This is nothing but this is the property. Okay. So if you have understood basically what is this property, give me a yes in the chat box. All right, Radha is giving me yes, Aditya is giving me yes. Okay, I'm going to wait for two more people. Then I'm going to go ahead. Okay, Piyush Kimaya are also there. Great. Suraj is also saying yes. Okay. So folks, this is a property. Now we are going to be proving it like mathematicians. Okay. Now folks, this is the last property of the day. So just pay attention. इसके बाद IP है, and then I'll let you go. Okay, so today I said that today's lecture is short and sweet. So basically it was very theoretical. That's why I've kept it very short and sweet. Okay. So the property of 30-60-90 triangle. Great. So first step, what is the first step is draw a diagram as usual. First step. So in this diagram, we have triangle ABC, this angle is 90. BCA angle is 30 degrees. BAC angle is 60 degrees. Okay. First step is given. So abhi first I am going to write the given. So given is in triangle ABC, angle B is 90, angle C is 30, angle B is 60. So just a minute, this should not be angle B, another typo. So wait a minute. This should be 90 and this should be, wait a minute. So this should be 90 degrees and angle A should be 60. So this is 60, okay. Yeah. So we have to prove that AB is half of AC. So AB, this side, if half of AC, okay, AB is half of AC. AC cube because AC is hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse, okay. And this is nothing but the side opposite. So this is 30 degrees. Uske opposite wala side is AB. So 30 degrees ke opposite wala. So this is what we have to prove today, okay. Just a minute, I'm going to erase this. Yeah. Great. Now, folks, before we go on, we have a little small construction to make. Take a point D on the extended segment AB such that AB is equal to BD. Draw segment BC. So now, abhi bahut sare words hai. So we'll cut it short. Just a minute, I'll use black here. So basically, take a point D on the extended side of AB. So this is AB over here. We have to extend it such that AB will be equal to BD. So what it means is nothing but I have to extend this such that AB will be equal to BD. So basically, let's say this is point D over here, D. I have to extend this AB segment ko aage extend kiya maine. And do nothing but now the next step will be join this. Okay. So now what I get is nothing but this will be another triangle. So I get one more triangle DBC. Okay. This is construction. So I used construction. And this is the official diagram of the construction. If like anybody of you is confused, this is the official diagram over niche either. Okay. So now I took D, this is point D, extended AB. So AB को ऐसे extend किया such that AB is equal to BD. So these two are equal. Okay, and this will be obviously be 90 degrees. Why? Because linear pair. Okay, great. So now next step will be obviously to start the proof. Again, people, again reminding you, you would say कि भैया why like हमेशा क्यों बताते हो, but I want you not to make mistakes. That's why I'm going to tell you. Proof in triangle ABC. ABC is like this, and triangle DBC. DBC. Okay, so look at the naming. I said ABC. Look over here. D A. I write D. BC is common. That's why DBC. I have not written BCB. I have not written BCD. Okay. Always remember this, people. Congruency. It is very important what the naming is. Okay. Great. So we go ahead now. First, we, as usual, write segment AB is congruent to segment DB, A dash B dash D. Or you can also write construction over here. So now, people, when I say A dash B dash D, it means nothing but A, B को extend किया है to D. So A dash B dash D are nothing but these are point. So point AB is extended to point D. This is how you read it. A dash B dash D. Okay. Or you can also say construction. So you can also say construction over here. Hashtag construction, not hashtag slash. Construction. Okay. Now, next is angle ABC is equal to angle congruent to angle DBC. Why? Because both are 90 degrees, obviously. And the last is segment BC and BC are common side. So now, people, these two triangles are congruent using which test? Excuse me. Using the SAS test, okay? It should be D. So both these triangles I have proven are equal to congruent to each other using the SAS test. All right. So now this is the first step. Then we have done, like we have proven the congruency of triangles. Now we go to the next step, which is angle BAC. Now where is BAC? So BAC is congruent to angle BDC. So where are these two angles? Angle BAC is congruent to angle BDC over here. Why? Because CACT, congruent angles of corresponding angles of congruent triangles. Okay. Next step is in triangle ABC, angle BAC is 60, therefore angle BDC will be 60. Why? Is because abhi like पिछले step में we proven that they are congruent. That's why they will have the same angle. Okay. So now folks, if this is 90, look at triangle DBC. Okay. Look at triangle DBC now, people. If angle DBC is 90, angle BDC is 60. So now, obviously, using the 180 degrees wala theorem, sum of all angles of triangle is 180. This will be what? This will be 30 degrees. Okay. This will be 30 degrees using sum of all angles of triangle are 180. See, I have written angle DAC is equal to angle ADC is ACD is equal to 60 degrees. Okay. So this is what we have written. Cut this. And yeah, sum of all angles of triangle ADC is 180. It should be B. Anyway, okay. So therefore triangle ADC is an equilateral triangle. Just a minute, people. Yeah. Okay. So therefore, people, triangle ADC is an equilateral triangle. Can anyone tell me why over here? Because obviously we have proven कि DC
Because-
is equal to, हाँ बोलो.
May I
हाँ,
know?
what? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because their sides are equal. They B and 1 second. Yeah, B is 90 degree and A and D is 60 degree and C is on the both side 30 degree.
Yes. So basically,
Because
people.
of the sum of angle of
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, correct. So basically, people, why is triangle ADC? Where is triangle ADC? मतलब ये पूरा, this entire thing is triangle ADC. This is A, this is D, this is C. And why do I say it is an equilateral triangle? Because this is 60 degrees, this is 60 degrees, and this angle will also be 60. Okay. So remember the corollary, people. If all angles of a triangle are equal, then the sides are also equal. So this becomes an equilateral triangle. Okay. Great. So now I go ahead now. Just a minute, let me erase this. Yeah. So AC is equal to AD is equal to DC. Corollary of converse of isosceles triangle theorem. Corollary, people. So if all angles of a triangle are equal, then all sides of also triangle will be equal. Understood? क्यों? क्योंकि equilateral triangle है. So equilateral triangle में all sides are equal. So that's why I write AC is equal to AD is equal to DC, which is also the corollary of converse isosceles triangle. वो नीचे छोटा सा लिखा था देखो, bottom of the screen, that thing. So next step will be, but AB is equal to half AD. Okay. So just a minute. So look over here, people. AB is equal to half AD. Why is it so? Because if you focus over here, we wrote that AB is equal to BD, okay? And if you see, look at the figure, you can see that AD is equal to AB plus BD, okay? But AB is equal to BD over here. So AD will be equal to 2AB. Sorry, AB. That means AB is equal to half AD. Understood? You have understood this step, give me a yes in the chat box. All of you, not like 2-3 people, sab do. So when I can understand, you have understood, because it's a very important step. Great. So I can see lots of yeses in the chat box. So great. I'm going to go right now. So we come to the last step now, people. It is a very obvious step now. Key, now I have gotten AB is equal to half AD. Okay. But abhi we just proved that it is an equilateral triangle. So AD side AD is equal to side AC is equal to side DC, right? तो कुछ नहीं, इधर AD का I changed and wrote AC, and hence we have proved what we wanted to prove in the first step. AB is equal to half AC. Why? Because AD is equal to AC. Q, because it is an equilateral triangle. Understand? So this is how we have proven. So now here we have used many concepts which were taught to you in 8th standard and also 9th standard के पहले 2-3 chapter. So this is how we proved it. If you have understood this, give me a yes, not a thumbs up, because I can see you and you can see me. All right, I am seeing a couple of yeses in the chat box. If you have any questions, raise your hand so that I can ask you to ask. All right, great. Just a minute, just hold on a second. Rutu, I'm going to request you again to take a screenshot and post it on the group. And give me a yes in the chat box, okay? All right, who was asking the question?
Bhaiya, me.
Radha, go ahead.
Bhaiya, can you explain the thing that you said, not 2 into something? From there, I was confused.
Great. So I'll tell you again, okay? So Radha, what is this that we, till this step, I have proved that this entire triangle, matlab A, D, C, this entire triangle is equilateral triangle. This I have proved, okay? So now I go to the next step is AB is equal to half AD. I write AB is equal to half AD. So why is it so? I have written construction. What is the reason behind it? Is if you look at this figure, look over here, I'll just change the color. AB is equal to half BD. When we are constructing it, I already wrote that AB is equal to half AD, right? And from the figure, you can see, so I'll write AB is equal to BD. Why? Because we wrote it while constructing it. If you look at this figure now, you can see that AD, this entire AD is equal to AB plus BD. So I'll write AD is equal to AB plus BD from the figure. But rather focus over here, AB is already equal to BD. So AB plus BD will be equal to nothing but AB plus AB, right?
Yes.
So now what I get is AD is equal to 2AB. AD is equal to 2AB, and now what I do is I just take that 2 on this side. So what will it be now? AB will be equal to half AD. Okay. So this is how we got it. If you want to keep this with you, take a screenshot of this one. Annotated screen. Okay, folks, I'm going to clear the screen now. So I'm getting a lot of essays that you have understood. Great. So this is like a lot of information to you from my side. So that's why I'm going to keep it short. We go to the last slide of today. Is nothing but independent assess. So, okay, sorry. Basically, before I go to independent, there's a check for understanding. I wanted to understand if you understood it or not. And Kiran, yeah, if you can't make the construction, it's not that you will get 0 marks, but if you have any other method of proving it, and if it is correct, then of course you'll get marks. Construction wala method is easy. That's why I took that. Okay, so check. First question. I'm going to request, wait a minute. Prathamesh, if you are there, can you read the first question for us?
Rectangular triangles.
Prathamesh, you're not audible to me.
Bhaiya, may I?
Just wait a minute, Kiran. I want others to also speak in the class.
Yeah.
So Prathamesh, you are not audible right now. So I'm going to request Sakshi, if you are there, to just quickly read the question.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
In a right angle triangle, the measure of the sides are 3, 4, and 5. What is the measure of the angle opposite to the side with measure of 3?
Thank you so much, Sakshi. So people, now this question, it may seem a little daunting, it may seem a little difficult. Common sense, okay? I'm not gonna I'm gonna not expect you to answer it in this class right now. Keep it in mind. It's a very interesting question actually. I found on the internet. It's easy if you know how to do it, okay? If you know how to do it, use all concepts from right angle triangles, okay? So this one you know don't need to answer right now, but note it down somewhere. And if you are able to answer this question, I'm going to give you extra points, okay? Next question. Now this one is easier, I think so. So somebody who's not spoken in our wonderful class, Prince, can you just read the second question for me?
An isosceles triangle has the greatest angle equal to 80 degrees. What are the measures of the remaining angles?
Absolutely. So can anyone, Prince, can you tell me? Isosceles triangle has three angles. उसमें से greatest is equal to 80 degrees. So what will be the remaining measures will be of the angles? Anyone?
Can I buy?
Piyush is saying 45. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
भैया मैंने first 45 is the answer of the first question.
Okay, you're saying 45. All right. I'm not gonna, Piyush will discuss about this later. Okay, I'm not gonna tell if it's right or wrong because I want others to also answer. Okay, Viraj, you wanted to answer the question. Go ahead. Second one.
I want to answer by second one.
Go ahead.
50-50.
And why is it 50?
Because one angle are of 80 degree and the total measure of all angle in triangles are of 180. So if you minus 180 into 80, we will get 100, and there are two angles, so we will divide 100 into 2 and we will get 50.
Absolutely correct, Viraj. You are absolutely correct. And Aditya in the chat also put 50. So yes, 180 minus 80 is 100. It is an isosceles triangle. So the remaining angles will be 100 divided by 2 is equal to 50 degrees. Wonderful, people. So you have gotten the concept. Okay, great. So now we go to the last part. This is the last part now. Independent challenge. Okay, this is not an assessment. This is a challenge to you. Try to prove the following corollaries and don't use the internet. Okay, like if you use the internet, it is okay. But what I want you to do is I want you to think on your own and try to solve it on your own. Because once you do it, now folks, the happiness that you get of solving it on your own is something else. Okay. So two corollaries which we looked at in isosceles like triangle theorem. First is if three sides of a triangle are congruent, three angles are also congruent. Second is if three angles of a triangle are congruent, then three sides are congruent. So you can solve it anyhow you want, provided the method is correct. Okay. And send the photo to me personally on WhatsApp by 9 p.m. today. So I'm going to give you a lot of time to think about it. And please don't use the internet or ask your friends. Try to solve it on your own. Okay. And if you are not able to, then we'll talk then use the internet. Okay. So yeah, it's up to you. Please try this because if you are able to solve this now, I'm going to say that this guy knows how geometry works, and I'll regard you as a great mathematician. Also, you get extra points. Okay. So, folks, this is it for today. Ritu, please take a screenshot of this, post it on the group, and put a yes. Asha, all right, wonderful. Thank you so much. So, yes, folks, this is it for today from my end. We'll have an extra lecture this time. Let me start my camera. Okay.